God is dawn. Like and subscribe. Comment some night. Love in this light. Here's God is dawn. God is dawn. God is dawn.
Peace, world, peace. Welcome or welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks. I am Goddess Dawn. What's the 411? That's what we're here to find out. So it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in these YouTube streets, child.
Yes, it is.
There's a lot going on in the world. Matter of fact, a war is upon us right now.
Yeah.
I think I want to talk about that first. I don't know if you up on the whole Russia-Ukraine situation, and we are also, as Americans, involved in this thing. I'm going to play something that will hopefully clear things up for some of us. I mean, I kind of know the gist of things, but you know.
Okay.
And welcome back to the world tonight. We've been following for you the tension on the world stage between Russia and Ukraine.
Complicated, sometimes hard to follow, but TikTok influencer I Am Legally Hype breaks it down in what may be just the best explainer out there. Take a listen.
It's only a 2.5 minutes, so.
Okay.
Now the TikTokers coming in to explain it, pay attention.
Okay.
We was mad at Big T for being cool with Big Bang P, but Big Bang P just linked up with China, and if I'm not mistaken, Big Bang P is one of the richest men in the world, and everybody and their mama owe China some money, so we might have an issue, but this will happen. Big Bang P was looking at Ukraine, and he like, I like that territory. It's like real close to Russia, and I feel like it belongs to us, so I'm gonna come get it. So he done moved his military close to the border, and he letting them know, like, I'm gonna come get it, like, just letting y'all know, right? And so Ukraine is like, we don't know what he's gonna do. So they got their military out there teaching their citizens how to do Taibo just in case they gotta defend themselves. But some of the citizens, they like, you know what? Big Bang P, he is kind of crazy, but he ain't gonna bust a grape. And if he do bust a grape, guess what? America gonna come over here and help us. But my whole thing is like, I don't know if y'all forgot what happened in Afghanistan, but we was over there for over 20 years and nobody understood the assignment.
Okay.
So I just would not put all my eggs in the American basket. I don't see the type of people that are American military employed, and no disrespect, but y'all need to go to them continuation schools in the hood and go get you some real shooters. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, so Biden done hopped in, right? So Big Daddy Biden, he done hopped into the mix, and he like, look, P, stop playing with me. I know you're trying to be funny because America over here arguing about abortion rights and affirmative action during Black History Month, but I ain't got time for this right now. So if you pull up over there, it's gonna be some smoke, and you're gonna get sanctions. I'm sending you a whole receipt. Like, you're gonna have to pay this bill. And P is like, bruh, let me tell you something. By the look of the inflation in America and y'all homelessness problem y'all got over there, y'all need this money. So go ahead and send me I'll pay it in cash. And so at this point, it's out of our hands.
They look stunned. This is amazing. This is amazing because this shows us the shift that has happened in media. You got TikTokers breaking down world news, okay? And the media is playing the TikTokers video to get a clear understanding themselves. That's crazy. Listen to what they say.
Receipts, right? All about the receipts. A.B. Burns Tucker joins us live tomorrow night right here in the World Tonight to talk about how and why her TikTok explainer went viral. And folks,
we're going to have to catch that video then. She's going to be on live with them. But
that's the only topic she explains.
He don't know what to say.
To talk because she has such a way with words, and she breaks it down and makes it real. It makes it really real, especially for the younger generation understanding what's happening on the global scale in terms of geopolitics. And she's right. Let's not make war.
So did you catch all that? That's the question.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So let's talk
that's
about
something. They're like, and she's right.
Basically. And we're going to talk about Bonjin after this. There can't be potential war or war that we are involving ourselves in yet again going on. I don't bring it up. Instead, I'm talking about Megan and Tory and all of the conflict regarding that. That's crazy to me. So I have to bring this up and talk about this because this is the beginning of something that could be very, very impactful to us as a society if things go awry with that. So she was basically saying that Russia and China are in bed together. So they're like two huge powerhouses, obviously. especially China, who everybody owes money to.
Yeah.
And here they are threatening the Ukraine, and there are sanctions in place by the U.S. and I guess whatever. There's another trifecta that is supposed to protect certain countries, but Russia's like, well, yeah, well, we will actually pay those fines. We're gonna risk that because y'all need the money anyway, and we really don't give a fuck because what we want, and we're gonna take it. That's really what they're saying. So I don't know how this is gonna go. This is a war that shouldn't be fought. Our side, I mean, because the lives that may be lost because of this, just don't see the benefit for us. I'm pretty sure it's something already written in stone that we will protect you if this happens, if that happens. I know that there have been talks.
All right, we don't need no fucking war.
Last thing we need this type. I mean, there's different wars. We in a war still. COVID. That's a bio weapon that was launched on us, and then we got this is happening, and it's a lot of shit going on.
Right.
So this is from CNN live updates. Let's see what we know now. Russian President Vladmir Putin announced a military operation in Ukraine early Thursday. Ukraine's Interior Ministry has said Russia's invasion has begun with missile strikes on Kyiv. CNN reporters and witnesses in cities across Ukraine have also reported hearing explosions. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky introduced martial law across the country on Thursday, urging citizens to remain calm. She sure did say that they were doing taekwondo at the borders. Earlier, he said he had tried to call Putin on Wednesday, but it was unsuccessful. So he said he tried to call Putin, and Putin was like, I ain't trying to hear you. I tried to tell you that I'm going to get this land. This is what I want. So the mayor of Ukraine has told the citizens not to leave their homes. They're actually bound to their homes right now. So, I mean, I don't have children or know anyone who's in the military fighting actively. So, but I'm pretty sure it's always, something that you dread. Like, war is the last thing anybody wants, especially, I mean, thankfully it's not over here on our land, but it just might be someday. These things happen, and they're happening all over.
Exactly, and we don't want it to come to that. But we don't want no kind of war, period. I don't think so. I mean, there's enough mess going on that the U.S. need to worry about. They don't need to be part of no. They just don't need that. We don't need this shit.
No, we don't. They got pictures of him with Trump. Just remind us they was old buddies and old pals when Trump was in office.
Right.
So this happening along with the trucking convoy. Okay, so the trucking convoy was happening in Canada. So all the truckers, not all, but I guess a big mass of them decided to, like, their way of striking. And then they went and clogged up the beltway to prevent goods from coming in, to prevent an import and export. So that's affecting the economy, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So with that said, American drivers are following their lead. There's Miss Della, Miss Baby Yoda. Let me finish what I'm saying on this. Well, I'm just adding the convoy situation into the Russia-Ukraine thing, just to say that along with the Russia-Ukraine, I think this is all tied in to me. It's just all a lot of distraction because we have midterms coming up. And like, as far as the shipping stuff that has been happening for months now, the cargo situation, problems with getting products in. So with China, if anything happens where China stands us off with getting products, that is a lot of the technology that we use is tied up with them. I think they produce all the chips that we use in a lot of this stuff. And then Russia, I think they also have the corner market on some things. So the trucking convoy in America is following suit from what the Canadian drivers were doing, and they are in motion right now, right, Baby Yoda? Aren't you to like Washington? Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
But what I hear is that they're not going to start on start here until the State of the Union address. So the day when he's doing that, which I believe is March 1st, that's when they're going to go ahead and do their convoy on our 495. That is already congested there.
So, but they are driving right now, right? Because I read they started today.
Yes,
Okay.
but not here.
No,
So
but they're heading there.
They're doing it in multiple cities or states.
Yes, they did say they're doing it in different cities, but I did read that their destination is Washington, D.C., and to basically clog up the Beltway.
Yes, a Beltway that's always congested. So that should be very interesting.
That's going to be a mess.
All this for a mass mandate.
Dang.
Yeah, that's the thing I left out about the convoy. So yeah, they're protesting the federal mask mandates that were put in place. And I guess as truckers, they were required. So they're banding together to fight that. I don't know. It just seems to me they're lifting a lot of these mandates and even the vaccination proofs I'm reading with
I agree. So they doing a little convoy a little bit too late now, because you're right.
Yeah. That's why I was kind of confused. Like, well, I thought things were kind of lightening up, and maybe it took them this long to put it together and get it into action. Maybe by the time, when they started, it didn't look like things were going to change. But it seems to me money trumps everything, because like with the airline industry, I know they're losing money. They lost so much during the pandemic, and still the pandemic, but they're now saying they're not even requiring proof of vaccination or a mask now. So that's when I saw that on the news the other day. It's because they don't want to lose more business. They're just like, we're over it. Like, let's just say, fuck it. They're on their own. Like, you're adults. You decide what you want to do. I'm pretty sure the staff are going to be masked up, and maybe they even have mandates for their vaccination. I remember that was happening. I think Southwest had a lot of strikes, people not coming to work and stuff because of that. So I don't know where they're at with that.
And yes, Russia has already done a full-blown attack.
Right. Yeah. This guy right here, they say this guy got so much money, he can just buy us all out a few times. But
does he look 68 years old?
68. What do you think?
I think I heard them say he was 68 years old. Like I said, that's a devious little man right there.
He's something else.
Shame our ex-president thinks this man's a genius. He would do anything. He loves this man.
He does. They were in bed together, like big time. He helped Trump get the election.
Bumping and grinding.
Oh shit! Don't bring R. Kelly into this. Okay, just a couple of highlights about the Russia situation with Ukraine right now. This is from USA Today. President Joe Biden on Wednesday condemned Russia's unprovoked and unjustified attack on Ukraine, as he vowed that the world will hold Russia and President Vladmir Putin accountable. He said President Putin has chosen a premeditated war that will bring a catastrophic loss of human and life and suffering, Biden said in a statement after Putin announced military action against Ukraine. Biden said he will address the nation on Thursday to announce additional steps the U.S. will take beyond sanctions already imposed. Putin said, fuck your sanctions. I'll pay for your sanctions. Whatever you need, let me know. I'll write the check. But I'm invading these bitches anyway. President Vladimir Putin said in a televised address overnight on Wednesday, said Russia will conduct a military operation in eastern Ukraine. He said the action comes in response to threats from Ukraine. So he's blaming Ukraine, saying they threatened him. I think he started it, didn't he? I could have sworn I.
Of course he did. And you know what? The Biden administration called it play by play for the last 2 weeks. They said everything that Russia was doing was going to lead up to this.
Because
They was going to fake and lie and try to
Mhm.
say Ukraine was doing something to them, and they wasn't. But they called. So yeah, this is just because he feels that he should own them. That they shouldn't even be a separate nation. That they should be underneath of him.
Right. But this has already been laid out, and there's they said sanctions are in place to keep this from happening, but he's he's not abiding by anything.
He don't care about that. He's aware. He knows that there are sanctions. He don't care. He's used to sanctions.
And this
But what
is
I'm saying is, in the
very
long run,
Trump-esque behavior.
yes, I think in the long run, even those sanctions will hurt him. He knows if he knew when he started this attack that it's going to be sanctions. So this is going to hurt everybody. They stop some of the gas pipelines.
What else is it affecting? So the gas, and what else?
Well,
Is it
earlier
Canada?
today, they had different people from the nations, Germany speaking, different people talking. So it's a whole bunch of people, whole different people from different nations that are against this, and they also going to do sanctions on Russia as well. Actually, the Ukraine man was up there talking to some president for Russia, of course, Putin, and he was like, "I can play this for you." He said, "You can go tell him to cut this off right now. You can take your cell phone in the hallway and go call him." I was like, "Oh my God."
Oh,
That man was upset.
wow.
So, like I said,
because
right now they saying you can hear the bombing. The blast can be heard from multiple cities right now. And that's right now. I'm pretty sure by the time the morning it's gonna be worse. And it's sad that you got some people on the news when they report the news, they got helmets on their head.
Oh my God.
Ain't no job worth it.
Yep, they got helmets on their head.
Wow. Well, honestly, I can't even imagine being a sitting duck as a citizen, waiting maybe if a bomb is gonna come hit me or not in my house. Imagine just hearing the bomb, boom, boom, and the people probably screaming and running and stuff. That is insane that he just did that. And they
So
seem
hold on for a second.
They
The
seem like a small
Ukraine military, hold on. The Ukraine military says that 5 Russian planes and helicopters were shot down. So yeah, they going hard.
Well, they fighting back. But I'm
Yep.
saying as a citizen who doesn't have control, nobody's, I don't think the citizens are involved in the fighting. I don't know. Maybe they are.
You're right. So of course, the news reporter was talking to some of the citizens there, and one person said she didn't want to be on camera. They probably kill her.
Right.
And he said that he's crazy. He's just a crazy man. And they said, and then they said that the people of Ukraine, everybody, they grabbing knives, sticks, and everything. They're gonna fight.
Wow.
At least they did shoot At least they did shoot helicopters and stuff down.
Right. Well,
They said thousands are fleeing to escape the Russia attack.
That's really sad because he's at the end of the day, he's probably going to just take it anyway. And then what's going to happen is we're going to be fighting too. Everybody's going to be fighting this man. And China, where's China in this?
Staying still, scared to death, don't know what to do.
Because I swear that little TikTok lady said China, everybody owes China and something about them and Russia linking up.
I saw it 2 weeks ago. I saw Putin and the guy from China side by side, but so they're not saying anything. He's not saying anything. But I can tell you what, that alliance has been together since 1978, and that alliance is still together, except for Russia.
Wow.
So that's why got different people speaking. And so like I said, tomorrow will be worse.
This
You'll
is
see the
not
damage
really,
of what's going to happen.
This is not something to sleep on because this actually will affect us at some point. It definitely will. I mean, us just as regular people living in this world, you know.
Yeah, and you got, of course, you got some of the Republicans wishing Putin good luck and all that. It's terrible.
Oh my.
It's
See, because they're
absolutely
because of
terrible.
Trump. It's because of Trump. They think,
Yes.
yeah, they're supporting Putin over Biden. Okay, so I found this article from AP, and it says
That's the
Ukraine
picture I saw.
Ukraine crisis tests China Russia partnership. And basically it just says that Russia's military buildup along its border with Ukraine is testing the possibility of a Moscow Beijing axis lining up against the US and its allies. So it's kind of like so we're three big dogs: America, Russia, China. But America has been selling our souls to China. And when Trump was in office, he was selling our souls to Russia too. So
Yeah.
now here we are, out of the three, we're like the little guy now. We used to be the superpower, and yeah, I'm not saying we don't still have great resources and things and whatnot, but like we're in debt to these people. Like
And
China,
not only that, because he also got bank loans to Russia. That's why, I mean, really, your own military tell you that Russia did something, and you say, well, I asked Putin, did he interfere? He said no. He was like, why would they? Everybody, I just couldn't believe it.
he said no, like he's not gonna lie.
Then
Stupid.
why would he? So you shot down your own military people to tell you this information, and you gonna believe a foreign dictator over your own people. Anyway, this
Well,
thank God he ain't president no more. But
yeah, but I mean, my question too is, do you think it's likely that he is involved in some of this? You know what I'm saying? Like behind the scenes, as far as mixing stuff up, making, in Putin's ear or whatever, helping him to do what he's trying to do in exchange for his help to do something over here. You know what I'm saying?
and you know what? And also on a radio interview, he said, if he was president, this would never happen. I'm gonna tell you what, if he was president, he probably would allow it to happen.
Yeah.
He probably would allow it to happen.
Of course he would.
And make an excuse.
And he would probably have tried to keep it kind of quiet, knowing him.
Well, you couldn't
okay,
keep it quiet because you expect the president to do something. You haven't
no, I'm saying,
for NATO,
but
even though he went over there and showed his ass.
No, but if Putin would have done it, so Putin was very vocal about, I want this. This is what I'm gonna do, But I'm saying, if they would have been in cahoots, him and Trump as president, they might have tried to do a coup without nobody knowing what was going on. Then at the end of it, him just coming up saying, "Oh, I own this now." Like, I just see that, because he couldn't do that just with any old person, but with Trump, he might have been able to pull that off.
Yeah, because Trump is good for throwing a rock and hiding his hand.
Mm-hmm. Even with COVID, like, that's still a question. I guess all this just to say there's just a lot going on that we're so distracted with all this other stuff, the Super Bowl, ding, 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 ding.
Right.
And then also with this whole stuff on the blogs, the Megan and Tory and Kanye and, all the shit. Like, it's just to keep us off of what is going on that's going to actually affect us. Like, and it's crazy to me. But just to get a little more better understanding on this China-Russia little thing, I'm going to read just a little bit about their meeting that looks like it happened on the 21st, a couple of days ago. It says Russian leader Vladmir Putin's meeting with Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping in Beijing. In Beijing this month fed speculation that a new alliance could form between the two great powers as they face off with the U.S. over a range of issues. Russia and China have backed each other's positions in opposing a NATO expansion in former Soviet republics, buttressing, I guess, China's claim to the self-governing island of Taiwan. Oh, China wants to claim Taiwan too. So they're helping each other. That's what it seems like. But but the relationship remains lopsided. China's confident rise as an economic and political force contrasts with Russia's growing isolation and reversion to Cold War tactics of intimidation and bullying. And that sounds like his boy Trump. They just alike.
Yep.
And
Two peas in the pod.
yeah, antiquated, archaic ways.
Yeah, but guess what? Trump couldn't get that second term, even though he tried to steal it, burn America down for it. He couldn't get it.
Well, let me wrap this up. I just want to say, it says China also remains opposed to actions that could damage its territorial ambitions from the South China Sea and Taiwan to the Indian border. Oh, they trying to put their claims on a lot of stuff. What is going on? It said they saying China has not criticized Russia over its move, like you said, Ms. Della, that they're just kind of at a standstill. But it says and has joined in verbal attacks on Washington and its allies. So they ganging up on us, basically. Addressing the Munich Security Conference over the weekend, Chinese Foreign Minister Wwiii lashed out against the U.S., accusing, quote, a certain power of, quote, stirring up antagonism. Oh, is that right? So they do subliminals too, it sounds like, in politics, just like in these YouTube streets.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll transition there, getting onto these YouTube streets.
It's something, child.
Yeah, but like everything else, we're gonna, see how this plays out. Well, I'm gonna call it. We will still continue to support the channel by liking, the video, and as well sharing and commenting. What I'm saying. So I guess that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks everyone that's here. Appreciate you like always. And till we meet next time, peace and love to everybody.
Yeah. Y'all. Peace.
God is dawn. Like and subscribe. Comment some night. Loving this light. Yes, God is dawn. God is dawn. God is dawn.